Alright, what's up guys? So I want to kind of go over how important it is to wait for the right setup every day, or like wait for the perfect moment every day. Wait until like the perfect entry is there for you every day, because it happens at least once or twice a day. And I would assume if you've been trading for a little while, or even just noticing every day, even if you've been trading for a short time, you'll notice that like, there was that moment that it would have been a perfect entry. And you probably say it to yourself at the end of the day, damn, if I would have just maybe waited 30 minutes or waited that extra moment, it would have been a perfect entry. And that's something I try to remind myself every day, no matter where the market's moving, especially days like today and yesterday where the market is looking like this, super ugly, and waiting for the perfect entry so you minimize your risk drastically. And even if it doesn't work out, you really didn't take a loss, because you know that in the long term that if you keep it like that, your wins will always be greater. And I kind of want to reiterate by showing you an example that of a trade that I took today that was to me waiting for the perfect moment, even in a day that is really ugly like this. This is horrible price action, right? So if we look back at my recording, this is the 5 minute chart, right? So 5, 10, 15, 20. Now, this isn't showing my SPX chart, but I was waiting 20 minutes with no intention on trading because specifically of how these first three candles looked, until I saw that perfect moment where the risk to reward. Now, I don't trade R to R, but it was worth trying. The risk was so tight. The candle setup was there to where I was willing to try this even for one contract. I had a really big winning day yesterday, so I didn't want to take that euphoria into the next day and wipe out all my profits on the next day, and knowing that my history, that if I had a good day, I'd bring that into the next day and end up wiping out at least half my profits, if not more. So because of that experience, um, I learned to downsize. So if you look at my video from yesterday, I had 4 contracts on a bounce play. Today, I only traded 1 contract. I mean, if I have the skill to trade 4, why not continue, right? But I think it's important to keep yourself in check, especially when you see candles like this. It is so ugly. So I had multiple reasons of why. First of all, I was kind of tired. I had a good winning day. FOMC minutes was today, and just keeping myself in check was all the reasons that I only traded 1 contract. I did not want to risk anything more than that. So going back to the candles, the fourth candle on the day is which one is today? Okay, right here. So 9:30, 2, 3, 4. So what did I see here, right? I don't think this is something I really need to teach, but this is 5900 on SPX, a whole psych level. So we open, fail to bounce, get below, break the 5900, and if you watch my videos, you know I'm a huge break and retest trader. Get back up, fail to hold above, and I rode the short down. 1 contract. Play the replay, almost $300. Or we get to 3, but I didn't get the 3, right? Even with shitty price action, basically what I'm trying to say, even with shitty price action, if the opportunity presents itself to where even the entirety of the market will see it, then you'll get some sort of move. Usually, right? Most of the time, every time you see like that perfect entry, the market usually moves in a huge drastic way, right? It's usually people waiting for that perfect moment of where there's so small risk and so much potential reward that people jump in and the market moves in a big way, right? So I'm gonna reiterate that going into every day, even though this new year, this first week of the new year is very tough. I would say the last 2 weeks of December, I wasn't trading, but I was watching, were a lot better price action than what we've been getting these past 2 days. Probably 3 days, right? I think Monday was pretty bad. That it is so important, no matter even if it's a good day, but the hard days will definitely test your skills as a trader to where you should remind yourself to always wait for that perfect moment that presents itself every day. And that's all I basically want to go over. Um, as far as today, I had these 3 levels marked out. I went and took a nap. After I saw this price action and had my trade, I was like, I'm not going to sit around and play with all this. This is crazy. Um, so on my Patreon, if you guys are ever interested on what I'm looking out for, another reason that I don't really trade past 10:30. So 1/8, 14 hours ago. I don't know what that is, but 12 hours ago is 11 a.m. and then 2 hours prior to that is 9:40. Is that when I posted it? Okay, so my criteria for today was an hourly candle open below 590 and 590.22 and 589.78, a 15-minute candle below, and this bounce on SPY. All right, on 585.36. And if you take a look at my criteria, I mean, this was perfect. Perfect. I mean, if you want to get the sauce, the what to look out for, I mean, look, I don't know if I could provide any more proof. That's as simple as it gets. Now, if you want to be a little more technical, because I did say an hourly and 15-minute candle, I mean, these are to a T. If you want these daily levels and what I'm looking out for every day, you'll find it on my Patreon um, for when I think I'm doing $5 a month, and you can catch big moves like this, which will probably be about like over $1,000. All right. So what was my criteria for this one? A 15-minute candle below, open below. So it closed here, right, and opened here and dropped all the way to my bounce, level to level. And let's see if the hourly, because I actually didn't check this, an hourly candle open below. So we didn't really reach this criteria, but you get 2 chances on the 15-minute for a big move, and this right here. Um, if you want to know how I chart, I was thinking about maybe doing some pre-market charting sessions live or something like that. I don't know. I'm kind of interested in the idea of doing a pre-market charting session and then posting it on my Patreon. But yeah, I don't know. Comment below. I'm open to doing that, showing you guys how I chart, because I think I do things very much to a T. So yeah, that's pretty much all for today. Like I said, and trying to reiterate to every trader that's probably having a hard week this week is trade what makes you feel comfortable, trade what you can manage, and by managing I mean being able to control what's happening with the trade, like your downside, knowing that your risk is always small, your entry point is sniper, and your reward is big, and knowing that day after day that the losses will always be smaller than your winners. That's what I mean by manageable, by always coming out on top on the long term. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Check out my other videos if you want to see how I trade. It's pretty much the same every day. Break and retest, bounce levels, reject levels, supply and demand, 5-minute trend lines. Um, I keep it to that. I try to keep it as simple as possible to what makes me feel comfortable. So yeah, alright, catch you guys in the next one.